school. But I got to step away for a second, gentlemen.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
Michael, did everybody hear that Shayla will not be at the meeting tonight?
I will make that announcement at the caucus. Thank you, Barb. Yes.
Yeah, I wasn't afraid of the hall pass or in the principal, man. I was afraid of my mother. Dude, you think I'm joking, man? I'm serious, man. When that principal was mom, man, that I was afraid of, so I would never cut class even when I got in high school, you know. Yeah, buddy, she didn't play back. No, they didn't play back in those days, man.
No, out came the belt.
Yeah, buddy. How you doing, Barb?
I'm doing all right, thank you.
Okay.
I'm trying hard to catch up with minutes.
Hey, I understand. You're doing good.
Some today, yeah.
You're doing good.
I was saying, has anybody heard any predictions? Like, is the weather going to stay nice like this, or do we risk having a cold spell?
Well, you know, I do play a weatherman on TV. No, it's gonna be okay. I'm just grateful and I thank God for what we got going on now. These have been some good days, you know.
Yes, it's beautiful.
It's some good days, Barb. Good days.
Let me get out and clean up the yard.
Oh, our name on it. What else do I have?
How you doing, Chuck?
Yeah.
I think he's still muted. I think, yeah, Chuck is muted.
Chuck, you're muted. Now you're not.
I'm here.
What's up?
Hello, Chuck.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Chuck.
How you doing, man? How you doing?
Oh, pretty good, Mike. Pretty good.
Okay, that makes about
One of us, huh?
Well, you know, at our time, it just blessing for us to wake up. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh,
man. Everything else.
My wife just woke me up.
Well, she woke you up just in time, sir, because I would like to call to order the Garfield Heights Council session for 3/22, or caucus session for 3/22/2021. Barb, would you take a roll call?
Agree?
Here.
Donahue?
Here.
Nanadovich?
Nanadovich is here.
Davis? Blake?
Shayla Davis will not be here tonight, and I would, after the roll call, I would like to make a motion to excuse her.
Really? Mr. Blake? No.
Unmute,
Jacorini?
Jason. Mr. Jason.
Is he there?
Jason, there you go.
Sorry, Barb. I'm here. I was muted.
You are here. Thank you.
Okay,
And
we got six members present.
Jacorini? Is he there?
Who?
No.
Frank Taglery.
Here.
Oh, okay. And Tom Vaughn.
Vaughn is here.
I see you. All right. So
Sometimes you
have
get
six.
real muffled, Barb, if you talk down to your desk. So you got to face the screen so we can hear you.
Is that the trick? Okay, I was going to ask you
That's
how
why you
to
don't come up.
proceed.
Okay. So that's
All
six.
right. Okay, I'll try to do that.
That shows 6 members present. I'd like to make a motion to excuse Shayla Davis from tonight's proceedings on caucus and on council floor. I guess we have to do it again on council floor, don't we? Tom, you've done this before.
Yes.
Okay. Could I get a motion to excuse Shayla Davis from caucus, please?
I'll make motion to excuse her from caucus this evening.
I will second that motion. Barb, would you take a vote?
Well, Vaughn,
Vaughn votes yes.
Dudley,
Yes.
Donahue,
Yes.
Nanadovich,
Nanadovich votes yes.
Blake,
Yes.
Jacorini.
Yes. That's 6 yes votes to excuse Miss Councilwoman Davis from tonight's caucus meeting. Okay, we will proceed on with the business. First off, I'd like to make a motion to accept the caucus meeting minutes from March 8th, 2012 on a Monday. Could I get a motion for that? Or a second on that?
I'll second.
Thank you. All in favor? Barb, take a vote.
Nanadovich,
Nanadovich, yes.
Yes.
Jacorini,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Dudley,
Yes.
Donahue.
Yes.
Thank you, Barbara. That passes 6-0. With one not being a present. Okay, we'll get into tonight's ordinances and resolutions. Yes, we have a couple of resolutions. First off, ordinance number 27, 2021. Does anybody have any questions on that?
I do.
Mr. Blake, I believe you had a problem with a letter that you received on the walkie-talkies. Mr. Blake?
There was an email to council.
Okay.
So
Yes.
I'm assuming it's going to be read on the council floor.
The letter? We can address that right now. It doesn't need to be read. If the letter is why we didn't go out for bids, that could be answered right here at caucus. We don't need to read that letter on the floor.
There were also questions in regards to committees and things like that. So
Those we can answer on the floor.
okay. Barb Byro there to answer this question.
Barb, do you want to answer that question in caucus?
What's the question?
Why we didn't go out for bids for two bids in the walkie-talkie purchase, Ordinance 27, 2021. I spoke with you this afternoon, but you can answer that again, that we go through whatever you want to tell them. But the question is why we didn't get two bids.
As far as the discussion on these portable radios that are needed for the police department, by the year 2023, the police department is going to have to replace all their radios. So the chief, Lieutenant Merchant, and myself thought it would be fiscally responsible to start beginning to buy those radios so many a year until all our officers are outfitted by the year 2023. These particular radios are spec'd by Chief K and Lieutenant Merchant as what is needed by our police officers. In return, they come to the finance director as myself to begin the process of preparing legislation for this product. Motorola Solutions has the Ohio State bid on these particular radios. In actuality, according to Chief K, they're the only ones that sell these radios, and that's Motorola Solutions. Motorola Solutions, as stated, is part of the State of Ohio Department of Administrative Services. Their contract number is listed in the whereas on the ordinance. The Ohio Department of Administrative Services, the city of Garfield Heights, entered a agreement with them back in 1994 to become part of a cooperative purchasing program that is administered by the Ohio Department of Administrative Services. It is voluntary and is open to all political subdivisions, including the city of Garfield Heights. And we've been a member with them since 1994. This particular program is established under the Ohio Revised Code, Chapter 1545, and is available to other political subdivisions throughout the state of Ohio. The benefits of this membership to the city of Garfield Heights is it leverages the purchasing power results in volume discounts and administrative savings. The use of our formal bidding process may not be necessary if we use DAS contracts, which we are in Ordinance 27, 2021. The DAS, the Department of Administrative Services, negotiates terms and conditions that are favorable to all Ohio governmental entities, including the city of Garfield Heights. We receive assistance in resolving any supplier compliance disputes that we may have, and we access thousands of registered vendors who can increase our entity's source of supply. With that information, I believe that I have been fully transparent in this purchase, along with Chief K and Lieutenant Merchant, and that's why we are presenting Ordinance 27, 2021 to Council this evening. Are there any other questions for myself? Chief K, I believe, will be on the phone if he's not already on the phone.
Dudley, the floor recognizes you. Mr. Dudley, you have the floor.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just want to follow up with your mention, Barb. So you said that they are the only ones who carry these radios, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And Chief K can verify that for me.
And excuse me there, but by utilizing Ohio conglomerate where everybody come together, then that creates the best prices for us for this equipment?
Correct.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, that's my two questions.
Thank you, Mr. Dudley. Anybody else have a question for Mrs. Bureau? If there be none, we will move on. Okay, Ordinance 28, 2021. Are there any questions on this ordinance? Okay. Ordinance 29, 2021. Any questions on this zoning ordinance? Okay, ordinance 30, 2021. Any questions on this emergency ordinance for Cuyahoga County? Okay, there being none. Ordinance 31, 2021. Are there any questions on the Antonucci project? If there be none, we will go to resolutions. Resolution 13, 2021. A grant application for public safety. Any questions on this? Okay, and the last one, the resolution 14, 2021, a resolution on parking on Thornton Avenue. Any questions on this one?
Mr. Chairman, if I could make a few comments on that, please.
Mr. Blake, you have the floor.
Been dealing with a lot of complaints from residents in regards to occurrences going on into the early morning hours, including parking, noise, people not being able to access their properties due to parking, littering, a large assortment of things. One of the issues that was brought to my attention and I feel is a concern is that safety vehicles trying to enter the back entrance of the fire department at times have had difficulty doing so. So I feel that is an issue in itself, and some parking restrictions are needed. I did a ride along this past Saturday, and squads were called to that street numerous times and verified the complaints of residents. And I would ask for council support on this, and I would also ask if this can be moved to emergency status so it can go into effect immediately. But those are my comments.
Okay, I thank you, Mr. Blake. I would like to question either Mr. Jerome or Mr. Riley on, do we change it to an emergency in caucus or on the floor? And can we do that?
Amendment to the resolution would have to go up during the actual council meeting on the floor.
Okay. Mr. Blake, would you care to make that amendment to the legislation?
I will.
Okay, thank you very much. Are there any other questions about what's going to happen with the ordinances tonight and resolutions?
Mr. Donahue had his hand up.
Yeah.
Mr. Donahue, go ahead.
Mike?
Yes.
Barb, can I get you to add my name to all of the ordinances and resolutions, please?
Yes, I'll do that.
Chuck Donahue. Thank you. That's all I had. Thank you very much.
Then I will ask again, does anybody else, not again, but I will ask, does anybody else want their name on an ordinance that has been left off of? If not, I would like to entertain a motion to adjourn a caucus.
Make a motion that we adjourn caucus.
Can I get a
I'll
second?
second it.
Seconded it?
Yes.
Chuck? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, on the motion by Mr. Dudley and seconded by Mr. Chuck Donahue, Barb, to adjourn caucus, would you take a vote?
Dudley,
Yes.
Donahue,
Yes.
Nanadovich,
Nanadovich votes yes.
Blake,
Yes.
Taglerini,
Yes.
Vaughn.
Vaughn votes yes.
That takes care of caucus meeting for 3/22/21 at 6:43 p.m. on a Monday with 6 yes votes and 1 not present. So thank you, everybody. And if you're going to talk, mute yourself so you don't divulge any recipes or anything.
Don't be calling me. I'm in the middle of a meeting. Why is it over with?
Mr. Dudley? Michael?
Oh, no, I'm here.
I got to get together with you to give you, just in case all the itinerary for meetings, the laminated sheets, the procedures, the director's reports. I got to get with you and give you all that so you have the second copy.
All right, no problem.
We'll talk tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Michael.
Good on.
Appreciate it. Thank you for taking a look at it. not what I thought. I still think
We have about a minute, ladies and gentlemen.